Griffins, welcome back to Odd TV. I'm Helena and I will be filling in for Kara today. Last week was Teacher Appreciation Week, so this week we're spotlighting it here. Also mentioned last week was the first meeting of Monday Media Club, and they'd love to see more students coming in the following weeks. They'll still be open. Now, on to the answer for last week's Two Truths and a Lie. The answer is Mr. Matson. Miss Wilderman has taught humanities and was one of the original teachers at Odyssey, but was not the original teacher for humanities. Mr. Moore joined in the later years and is now an 8th grade teacher. Now, as the school year ends, we would like to remind you about some of the activities you can participate in during lunch. The library is always open with activities such as reading, puzzling, or just playing a game with a friend. However, if you want something more active or maybe just fresh air, the weather has improved and the outside is usually open. Now, first up, I'm handing this off to a few of our students with the Science Olympiad team for a segment on our experience at the state.
Hello, Griffins. We talked a little bit about Science Olympiad a few episodes ago, but this week we want to tell you more about the things you can do in it. We also want to give you a student's view of this activity, so let's dive right into it.
What was your favorite part of Science Olympiad?
My favorite part of Science Olympiad was all the friends and all the new information that I got.
What was your favorite part of Science Olympiad?
The people and the friends I made.
How do you think you did?
I think I did really good.
What was your favorite part of Science Olympiad?
It was like hanging out with my friends and making new friends. I made friends like Ira, Costa, Bella.
How do you think you did?
Okay.
As you can see, many of our Odyssey Griffins have really enjoyed Science Olympiad and done pretty well in it. If you're interested in joining our team, you can contact matthew.chase@campuswebnet.edu. Even if you're an 8th grader next year, freshmen are welcome on the Division B team, which is the middle school team. So if you're interested, we would love to have you on our team. Thank you.
May 12th is International Nurses Day. International Nurses Day honors the important contributions that nurses make to global health. We have a very important health assistant in our school, Miss Jenny. Here's an interview with her.
Hi, this is Miss Jenny. She is the health assistant here at Odyssey.
Hello. Most of you have seen my face, I'm sure.
So we have a couple of questions to ask you.
Absolutely.
So we were wondering, what is your favorite part of your job?
I think my favorite part of the job is just hanging out with the kids. I like this age. I worked with the grade school kids before. I'm in the health room, but I really like working with the middle school and the high school kids. We can interact, we can chat, you can tell me what's going on. You like that I act silly most of the time?
We're also wondering, besides giving out Band-Aids and ice packs, what is another aspect of your job?
Okay, well, we have to keep track of all the kids' immunization records, make sure everybody's up to date on that. If kids come home or to school sick, we need to monitor that. They may need to go home. I've had a student that actually threw up today, so we had to get her all cleaned up, called her parents, had her come home. Fevers, we deal with lots of cuts and a whole cabinet full of different sizes of Band-Aids. Lots of little injuries here at school.
How many years have you worked as a health assistant?
This is my 3rd year at Odyssey and Discovery. And then I spent a year. And then I spent a half a year at Dorothy Fox.
What is the hardest part of your job?
Home early.
Okay,
I like it here. So I leave at 1:30 usually every day. So yeah.
Those are all the questions we have you. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Yes, it was my pleasure. Come back anytime.
Remember to say thanks to the nurses who help you.
We're recognizing some of the most important people to help maintain our health. Now, on to something a little bit more fun. A segment on our teachers.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Mr. Mock.
Hi, I'm Lucas, and this is Mrs. Wilderman, our 7th grade math teacher. If you guys don't know, she's been one of the first teachers who came to Odyssey back in 2016. What was it like teaching here at the beginning of our PBL program, Ms. Wilderman?
At the very beginning, that very first day, we walked into our old Odyssey building and had very little. We had chairs and we had tables, but that was about it. We barely had an occupancy permit to even teach school on that first day. We had no technology set up, nothing. So it was interesting, but it was perfect in a project-based learning environment. On that first day, we had 100 students join us, 50 at each grade level, and we have still 2 other remaining teachers here at Odyssey and Discovery. We have Mr. Matson, who's our media specialist, and Ms. Baranowski, who teaches math at the high school level.
In your own words, what would you say are the main values of our PBLR?
One of the very first things is that learning here is interdisciplinary, so we're crossing content, and we really want to be sure that the learning is connected to real-world problems or issues or questions. Also, PBL is inquiry-based, and so it's driven by questions, not answers. Students have voice and choice, so students have meaningful input in what they learn, how they learn, and how they demonstrate their understanding. Collaboration, of course, that's a key part of project-based learning and something that is different here than at a traditional school. And finally, that students create work that is shared beyond just a teacher or just their parents, that they're truly creating work that is presented to a broader audience.
From a teacher standpoint, what do you think is special and different from learning with projects than just a normal schooling program?
Yeah, beyond the fact that our learning focuses around projects, I would say that the level of collaboration that we have going on here at Odyssey and Discovery is far beyond what you would find in a traditional classroom. And also that idea that we are focused on presenting our ideas to a real world audience, because we're dealing with real world issues. As we think about our native plant sale, or we think about our Watershed Guardians project, we're tackling real things out there in the environment and trying to help our campus community understand those issues as well.
From your experience teaching here for a whole decade, what is your favorite part of it?
My favorite part of teaching in project-based learning school is the excitement that I see on students as they grow and learn through the tackling of real world problems. I see the excitement that students have when something like clicks and makes sense, or when they get, I think about when we did hometown holidays and y'all were passing out your pamphlets about scooping poop to make sure that we're taking care of our environment, or when I saw another group present to kindergartners at Woodburn Elementary, just that excitement of taking what you're learning and sharing it with others in a real world situation.
Thank you, Ms. Wilderman.
Thank you, Lucas.
Now, this week's Two Truths and a Lie is a hint about next week's episode. Your choices are: the ancient Greeks were some of the most prolific long-distance runners, the bicycle was invented in 1738, and the Core Olympic program consists of 28 main Olympic sports. Put your guess in the Odd TV social Google Classroom. You have to love our canines.
Hello Griffins, my name is Sky Southard, and I'm here to introduce or reintroduce you to some incredible four-pod friends. Meet Sullivan and Bert, 2 facility dogs found within Discovery High School's building. Facility dogs are trained, affectionate pets that provide comfort, stress relief, and emotional support to individuals in settings like hospitals, schools, and nursing homes. Unlike service dogs, they are not trained for specific disability tasks, but for calm, friendly interactions with the public. Bert is often accompanied by Mrs. Ross as Odyssey Middle School's local facility dog. Sullivan is often accompanied by Miss Kroner as Discovery's resident facility dog. Let's talk with the owners of these 2 darling doggos, starting with beloved Bert and Mrs. Ross. Let's pay them a visit. First question, how long have you had Bert?
Bert will be 8 June 16th.
What do you think is the most fun part of having a facility dog?
The enjoyment that I get out of it is watching Bert work with students.
Where did your journey start?
So it started with Beth Burton, who owned Bentley, which was Bert's mama. And they had a litter of puppies. and my principal at Hayes Freedom High School encouraged me to get one of the puppies because she really wanted a therapy at her school.
I can attest, he is a good boy.
Thank you for your time, Mrs. Ross. Next we have Sweetheart Sullivan and possibly a surprise guest. Let's visit Miss Kroner to talk with them. Hello there, Miss Kroner.
Hi.
How did your journey with facility dogs begin?
It started with my older dog, Mallory, and she became a facility dog when I worked at Liberty Middle School. She was just a puppy then, and then she came to Odyssey with me too. And Mallory, a facility dog is a dog that can be emotional support, therapy dog, or can also be a service dog, one-to-one service. And so Mallory trained, and we retired her in 2020, but she had had 2 litters of puppies, and Sullivan is from her second litter of puppies. So I've been holding Sullivan since he was this big when he was first born. And so he started training to take over for his mom when she was getting ready to retire. And then this is Walter. Walter, we'll introduce you to Walter. Sit. He's just over a year old. He's about a year and a half, and he currently belongs to one of our seniors. And she has been training him and doing a fantastic job. So she's been doing all the classes with him to get him ready to be a facility dog. But our senior, Maddie, is moving out of the country. And so in order for her to let Walter have a continued career, she's allowing me to adopt Walter at the end of the school year so that he can keep his training and become the next discovery dog. And we currently have a GoFundMe going where we're raising the money to pay Maddie's family for just for the cost of the dog and for the rest of his training and some of his medical expenses. So we also have an opportunity to all participate in that if we would like Walter to come to our school.
Well, there you have it, folks. I hope that these 2 canines can inspire your day to be great. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a fluff-tastic day. Bye, Griffins.
Well, that's all we have for you this week. Next week, we'll be back with a movement and sports-focused episode for everyone looking forward to the summer. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Odd TV. Fly high, Griffin!